Ready to get really, truly out of this world.
I think so. Where are we headed?
Today we're diving deep into that article you sent about Proxima Centauri b,
Ah, yes. Excellent choice.
our nearest exoplanetary neighbor, and maybe even just maybe home to some alien life.
And not just any aliens, right? This article is talking about advanced life forms, which, makes you wonder, what does advanced even mean on a planet that's so different from ours?
I mean, it's 4.24 light years away from us.
Yeah.
Which sounds pretty far.
Yeah, it sounds far. But when we're thinking about, like, the scale of space,
Right.
it's right next door. And the most exciting thing about Proxima b is that it's right in the habitable zone
Okay.
of its star, Proxima Centauri.
The habitable zone, meaning liquid water, could exist there.
Yeah.
And we think liquid water equals life.
As we know, yeah.
As we know it. There always has to be a catch, though, right?
Well, always a catch, there is.
Oh, what's ours?
So Proxima Centauri, the star, it's what's called a red dwarf star.
Okay.
So think about our sun, right?
Yeah?
But smaller, cooler, and it'll be around for a lot longer than our sun will.
Okay, how much longer are we talking?
Trillions of years.
Trillions.
Trillions of years. Our sun's only going to be around for another, 5 billion years?
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Wow. That's got to impact how life could evolve. I mean, are we talking about incomprehensible timescales?
Yeah, we really are. If you think about, civilizations could have risen and fallen and technologies made and forgotten over, timescales that are just, we can't really even fathom,
That is wild. But okay, let's go back to Proxima b being in the habitable zone.
Yeah.
What makes that tricky?
It's the orbit. So it zips around its star
Okay.
in 11.2 Earth days.
So their year is less than 2 weeks long.
It's shorter than a fortnight.
Yeah.
So happy birthday every 11 days, right? But because of that, it causes this thing called tidal locking.
Okay.
So one side of the planet is always facing the star.
Oh, wow.
So constant daylight. And the other side's always facing away.
Oh, that's kind of terrifying.
So it creates this huge temperature difference.
So we'd have a crazy hot side and then a freezing cold side.
Yeah, not ideal vacation conditions.
No.
No, not really. So it'd be like a massive, temperature gradient across the planet.
Right.
And obviously, that would affect how life evolved.
Of course, yeah. So one side is like a furnace and the other is an icebox.
Yeah.
Not exactly the best conditions for, well, anything really.
Right. But it's not as simple as that. It's not just hot and cold. It's more nuanced.
Okay, how so?
So some scientists think that because of the way the atmosphere would circulate on Proxima b, you get these strong winds. Right?
Okay.
That would move the heat from the day side to the night side.
So it's like a built-in planet-sized fan.
Exactly. Like a planetary air conditioning system.
I like it.
And there's this other idea, the terminator zone.
The what?
Terminator zone, yeah. That's where the day and night sides meet.
Okay.
So it's this perpetual twilight zone, right?
Right.
And some scientists think that this zone could be the most hospitable place on the entire planet,
Really?
with temperatures that are just right for liquid water.
That makes a lot of sense. But I do have to bring up the elephant in the room.
Okay, go on.
We know that Proxima Centauri, it's prone to, let's say, getting a little heated.
It's true.
Like really heated.
Proxima Centauri has a bit of a temper, yeah. It has these massive flares.
Okay, so we're talking more than just a little sunburn, right?
Yeah.
If you were caught in one of these flares.
Yeah, these flares are releasing tons of X-ray and UV radiation.
And that's a problem for anything trying to live nearby.
It's a big problem. These flares are so strong, they could rip away a planet's atmosphere.
Wow.
And that leaves anything on the surface completely exposed.
Right, but what about those extremophiles here on Earth that can survive crazy conditions? Couldn't something similar have happened on Proxima b?
That's a really good point.
Right, life could have evolved to be resistant to all that radiation.
It's possible. Life could have adapted to survive in those conditions. Imagine they develop these radiation-resistant shells, or maybe they live underground to shield themselves from the flares.
Okay, that's fascinating. But let's say life on Proxima b didn't just survive, but thrived. Became intelligent, communicative, advanced even.
Right.
What would that look like?
It's a really interesting question. And it gets to the heart of what we mean by advanced life.
Yeah.
We tend to think about intelligence, technology, maybe even the ability to communicate.
Yeah.
But on Proxima b,
It'd be totally different.
yeah, their technology would be nothing like ours.
Okay, yeah.
Their evolution, everything,
Yeah.
would be shaped by Proxima b's conditions.
So what could that look like?
Well, they could have developed, like, advanced geothermal energy,
Oh, interesting.
harnessing the power of the planet itself.
Because it's constantly being pulled and stretched by its star.
Exactly. It really makes you think about the possibilities.
But how would we even know? It's not like we can pop over for a visit and see for ourselves.
Yeah, it's not exactly a quick trip to the neighbors, is it? So how do we look for life on a planet that's so far away?
Well, one way is to search for something called biosignatures.
Okay, so like chemical fingerprints
Yeah, exactly. Think of them as telltale signs of life.
hidden in the atmosphere.
Exactly. So by studying the light that passes through a planet's atmosphere, we can sometimes see these gases that wouldn't be there naturally.
Like what? Give me some examples.
Things like oxygen or methane, compounds that could only be produced by, well, something that's alive.
So even though we can't see Proxima b directly, we can still learn a lot by analyzing its atmosphere. Right. We can find clues about what's happening down on the surface.
Yeah.
And get this, there's this even more exciting possibility. We could potentially see technosignatures.
Techno what now?
Technosignatures.
Okay, what are technosignatures?
So we're talking any signs of technology that we could see, even from light years away.
Okay, so now I'm picturing like giant laser light shows, spaceships zipping around, the works.
Well, maybe not laser light shows, but,
Yeah.
but you're getting the idea.
Okay.
It could be something like, unusual atmospheric compositions.
Like from factories and stuff.
Or even patterns of artificial light on the planet's surface. Think city lights.
So we're not just looking for life itself, but like the signs of a whole civilization.
Exactly. We're like cosmic detectives trying to piece together the evidence.
It's mind-blowing. But it also makes you wonder, like, if we actually found proof of an advanced civilization on Proxima b, what would that even mean for us?
Wow, that's a huge question. I mean, it would definitely change our whole understanding of our place in the universe, wouldn't it? Knowing that we're not alone.
Right, that there are other intelligent beings out there, and so close.
Yeah.
This whole deep dive has been incredible.
It really makes you think about all the possibilities out there that we haven't discovered yet.
Proxima Centauri b might just be the tip of the iceberg, really.
Exactly. And who knows what else we'll find out there.
I know, it's amazing to think about. So, for anyone listening, next time you look up at the night sky, just remember, somewhere out there, something or someone could be looking back at us.
And who knows what they're thinking.